Bacon. They all gonna be saying bacon. All right.
All right. Get this back up
Let's
and get it going. We're gonna do your
wait.
pop out, you
My
know.
pop out.
There you go.
Forget
I'll
that.
walk you. You got it. Go. You already had it. Now
There
go
we
to.
go.
There you go.
All right, guys. I'm working.
Drag it over there. There you go. Gonna cover up that top stuff so we don't hit something wrong there.
Now this one. All right.
There.
Hello, everyone. It's
You gonna get
Danny
it.
and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. A week before Christmas Eve.
Yep.
So Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, everybody. I mean, for the ones that may not make
Yeah.
it next weekend. And
I almost got my beard back. My white beard.
we almost fixing to whack on it some too.
No.
You ain't becoming Santa Claus.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Here's somebody from Germany.
Yes, we got a lot of people popped in.
Yeah.
Next weekend is Christmas Eve on Saturday night, so we will try to have a live stream. It's according to weather.
It all depends on the weather, guys. We're supposed to have some seriously cold weather.
And it's just according to how the internet's working and things like that. But I know a lot of you might be as lonely as we'll be next weekend on Saturday.
So I told Wanda, I said, we might order to do it. I said, there's a lot of older people out there that don't have nobody. And she looked at me and she says, well, we're those people too, you know?
So we're the older people.
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't have anybody coming here on Christmas Eve. So we should be free. Saturday night's going to be a free night unless something changes.
They're talking about the Deep South. Our highs still being right at freezing. That's not normal for the Deep South. So,
yeah.
Allison says, sorry, won't be there. Family time.
Yeah, a lot of people won't be.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of people won't.
And we may not. It's just according to what's going on next Saturday night.
Dee says it's too cold to be anywhere else. Dee, it ain't cold yet. Wait till this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold next weekend.
So we're going to be, you know, just playing it by ear next weekend.
Yeah, in the Deep South, if it sprinkles a little bit of white dust on the ground, we shut the world down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to behave in the white stuff.
Well, I can, but I don't trust the other people. That's just really crazy.
All right. We've been busy today getting ready for this next weekend.
We spent all day from daylight this morning on getting ready for next weekend because we have so much to do.
You don't want to wait till it's cold to do stuff. I mean, it was cold, but it wasn't freezing cold.
Right. It was cold enough. Let's put it that way.
And we got out and we worked all day fixing stuff. And we'll have a video maybe Monday, it's according to how I get done tomorrow.
It depends.
And so we like to work before it gets down into the 22 below.
Yeah, we don't want to work. We don't want to work out in it when it gets to be like 30s and lower. We're just too old for that now. When I was younger, I didn't mind it at all, but now we're trying to, I mean, we've got vegetables outside that's going to get frozen and ruined. We've got all of our onions that's going to get messed up, our garlic. I mean, we got just...
I'm hoping nothing happens, but we got a video coming up.
We got a video coming up.
A video about a week later and show y'all what happens and how it makes it. And
you want to know the crazy thing? We're going to be in an Arctic polar vortex blast, whatever you want to call it, and then the western half of the United States will be warming up. All the way slammed to almost to Washington State.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, somebody don't realize what's going on.
They don't know we live streaming.
Probably a spam call.
Oh, no, we got to take this.
She's got to take that one. Okay. Anyway, guys, we have been busting it all day today. I mean, literally, from daylight until literally just probably 30 minutes ago. I mean, we have done just about everything. Mainly taking care of water issues here because we have lots and lots and lots of things here that we don't ever worry about the cold bothering the water until it gets down into the teens or colder. And we won't really worry then if it's only going to be for just a few hours. But we've got 3 days coming here in the deep south that we're going to go way below freezing. And one of those days we're not even going to get above freezing hardly. So that's kind of, you know, that's just where we're at. Now I know a lot of y'all like up in Canada, we got friends up there, Jan and all them, look at us like, man, I just wish we could get to y'all's temperature because we're like negative 25 degrees or something, you know. And I get that because I lived in Connecticut, I've lived in New York and all those places. I understand. I used to deer hunt in Massachusetts, and I know what it is to be cold. But I'm telling you, it's a different kind of cold than what we have here. Oh, let's see here. Ms. Lippy made it in here. Hello, Ms. Lippy. Yeah, me and Wanda's doing well. We're wore out because we're older, and it seems like the cold takes its toll on us when we try to get out and do anything. Like today, we had to lug all of our citrus tree pots out from outside and go ahead and put them inside. And that alone, right there, took its toll on us.
I don't know. It
Um,
went to emergency calls only, so we'll see. I'll
Okay.
just kind of watch it. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we got to show everybody too.
we got a bunch of
We've been
stuff.
busy all day, but I've got stuff stacked.
I'm sitting here looking at our room here. It looks like we just opened all of our gifts out from under a Christmas tree.
It almost does. But let me start with cards right quick, and then we'll go through them. Because it's going to take me an hour to go through everything.
I'm telling you guys, we feel overwhelmed.
Well, I love it.
No, Brian, I have not had any more eye migraines. I haven't had any more of them. And I do remember the antifreeze and everything.
Yeah. All right. Farmall 140. Thank you. Now I'm going to let you lay them over there.
Okay.
Charlotte and Ken, I think it's Ken, but I check in writing. I'm not 100%, but Charlotte I can read, and it looked like Ken. Now on some of these I had trouble. Ramona and Gordon. Let's see. Kathy.
Yeah, I'll let you take care of that.
Just answer back if you need to. Walter and Debbie. Gary and Lisa. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's getting warm in here.
That's what I'm talking about. And this is the other end of our house here. And usually in my office, we don't have any heat turned on in our house. We just use the wood heater in the other part of the house. And sometimes it don't get back into this part of it.
And it's still warm. David and Linda. There's your deer. See?
Oh, man.
Shauna and Darren and kids. I've got this truck throughout the cabin, I think, over there.
That truck is everywhere. That same truck we have hanging on pictures. It is the very same truck, yeah.
Cheryl and Amos. Let's see. Okay, this one has toothache plant seeds in it. Miss Darlene, sent these.
I always love the herb things like that.
Yeah, because I didn't have any seeds for it. Well, I did years ago. I don't think.
Yeah, I think
we had a plant somebody gave us.
We did. We had a plant. That's right.
Charlie and Brandy and Autumn, I think, from Pafford, Pafford, Homestead. Jeanette and Kenny. Let's see. Miss B, Bumblebee. That one needs to go in. And one last one. Fred, Alicia, and Andrew, Wood Family Acres. Another truck, different way, but it's the same truck. So y'all, thank you for the cards. I'm going to show y'all a few things we got this week. One of them, a lady on Freesteading. And y'all, I got the Freesteading shirt on.
I got the hat.
Yeah, here it is, right here. Freesteading.
Yes.
She had some peppers, and I might have showed this last week, but I can't remember. But I'm going to show it again if I didn't. They're sweet peppers, and she called it a crazy pepper because it just went crazy. And they look like a hot pepper, but they're sweet. And there was just hundreds of them on her little bush. And so she sent me a card and some peppers. And her name is Bread and Barter on Freesteading. Patty.
Patty. That's Miss Patty.
Yes.
Oh, now this one here.
Made me happy.
This one right here made Miss Wanda happy. Boy, now Miss Wanda loves herself
almost as much as Danny does, but I like the flavored pecans.
Yeah. She likes the divinity and the pecans and all this kind of stuff. I mean, she likes all that stuff.
This is from Kayla and Grandin and GR.
Yes.
And
very dear friends of ours.
And y'all look at this.
That's
all kinds of pecans. I've done open the orange, and there's a Cajun spice, a praline, honey roasted, rum, and fried and salted.
Yes.
I'll put it down here.
Thank y'all so much.
I tried
on Miss Wanda's behalf.
Danny likes his pecans.
I love my pecans. Yeah, Wanda just, well, I'll tell you what. See this right here? There's my pecans right there, because I eat, Miss Wanda roasts them and toasts them for me in butter.
This one is from Miss Lippy. This is Miss Lippy's voodoo.
We didn't know how to take this one to start with, because we got some, look at that.
Voodoo dust.
Voodoo dust. You didn't know if I was supposed to get a little doll out and start sticking pins in it and sprinkling dust on it or what?
It is a spice blend.
Oh,
a little bit of pepper to it.
I thought I was going to throw it on the ground and some kind of smoke was going to come up off the ground or something. Some kind of magic smell.
This is good on stuff. If you like hot, I think it's a little hot. I don't think it's like really hot, but voodoo just kind of tells me it's hot.
Well, it kind of sounds a little weird.
It's a little hot. Ask Miss Lippy.
Miss Lippy makes some good stuff. Look at that.
Red hot pickles. Some pear relish. Now, y'all, this looks good. I'm going to open it up and try it shortly. But that ain't the best thing.
That ain't look, let me tell you something. This right here.
Miss Lippy has videos.
This woman can make some stuff.
Look at this. Y'all know y'all want some divinity? I'm
telling you. You beat that in front of them people.
Y'all got to go see how Miss Lippy makes divinity. Y'all, that stuff's so good.
You know, you got to finish it now. You done took a bite out of it.
I know. And I am.
Oh, my word. I'm so sorry, y'all, that she would do that to you. Eat one of Miss Lippy's divinities in front of you and not even offer you one.
Well.
You know, I think he's going to give them the other half of what you eat. Going to go here.
You want one? Well, if they're on Patreon, they already know how evil we are.
Well, this is true. This is true. If you're on Patreon, you know how evil we can be, or sadistic, I probably should say.
Yeah.
Probably more sadistic.
Now, Miss Lippy made some brittle. She did not put any peanuts or anything in it. It's just brittle. This stuff is buttery good. I'm going to tell you. It's amazing. I've done been eating on that, too. So, y'all check out Miss Lippy. She did a video on making the brittle, too. So,
let me see here. Mr. Danny, what company is best to order heritage seeds from? Sure, good luck. Probably the one that I've had, I'm going to be honest with you, the one that I've had the best luck with, and I don't use the word heritage, I'm talking about heirloom seeds now, which would be, well, I think what you're talking about would be high mowing. High mowing has been one of the better ones that we have found when we're looking for a specialty seed, which is not very often, but occasionally we do. But high mowing has always been spot on. They've never let us down like some of these other so-called seed companies like Jones or, well, I swore Shumway. Oh my gosh, don't order from none of them people no more.
We did order some things that worked, some that didn't. So we've had this past year more bad luck.
We've had more bad luck than we have with anything else.
Let's see.
Oh, I see Ms. Allison put up the Patreon thing. I'm sorry, guys. We did not intend to be that sadistic on Patreon, but it had.
Yes, we did.
Like, I'm trying to make it sound good.
All right.
All right.
This is a reef, like you run things through. I don't know who it came from.
I guess that's what it is. Now, I'm the one who guessed at that. I don't know.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
Wanda didn't know what it was.
I just knew it was a wire.
We use a round circle with a lot of little loops in it, and I told her, well, it hangs this way because it's got a little thing right here. I told her, I said, I think it's one of the things you weave stuff around through.
Ribbon
or vines and all kind of garland and all that kind of stuff. Now, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I didn't. I just thought it was cute and we could.
I'm not a decorator. I mean,
frame-like stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a decorator. You see this? I wear plaid shirts. I mean, they went out. When did plaid go out in the late '60s or '70s or something like that?
It's popular now.
Oh, well, I used to wear plaid pants.
Okay, we got a book.
We got a book called A Message to Garcia. I haven't looked at it yet, but by Elbert Hubbard.
Yeah, I hadn't had time. It came in the mail this week. Miss Anita.
Now this
will come in handy.
This is a gift that keeps on giving.
We hadn't taken it apart so you can see. But this is the actual bowl lifter, and it has some good cushioning down here and a good handle.
It's got the rubber on it.
It's got the rubber, so you don't drop or slip them jars.
Yeah.
That's going to come in handy, handy, handy. So thank you, Miss Anita.
Somebody said it's a card holder.
Oh,
is that what that is?
I got plenty of cards.
We got a lot of cards.
I was going to go tape them to the wall at the cabin.
No, you ain't putting no tape on the walls now.
Well, but I can stick the cards in. Thank you.
A note card holder.
It'll do for my cards.
People said put your Christmas cards on it. Thank you. See that goes to
never have come up.
I would not have guessed that in a million years. That goes to tell you guys how backwards, and we don't go to town, we don't get away from the house. We don't ever see no people. I mean, we talk to y'all and we don't even see you. I mean,
we had to figure out what a piece of paper is sometimes.
Well, we have to figure out what it's used for most of the time.
Okay, this one is from the Peterson family. It's actually green stalk. I have 3 things, but I only brought one of them in here.
Look at this.
A little box of candy from Bradley's.
Look at that. More candy for Ms. Wanda. Because I don't eat candy, but.
And the other thing was a little bitty thing of matches and a candle. And I've got the candle in there already. But it had a little bitty thing of matches that came with it. I thought that was a pretty neat idea, too. It was in a little glass bottle.
Yeah.
Now, this was unusual.
Rick says, plaid is a lifestyle. It is. Yeah. I mean,
this was unusual. I'm going to play with this.
This was probably one of the most unusual things we've ever got.
Melissa.
Ms. Melissa sent us this, and I don't know if I can get this up, and y'all will get a kick out of this one, because, I mean, I do.
I sat there and played with it and made a few points.
Okay. Look at this. I got to get it turned where it...
It's the old, what they call pinball machine, the handheld pinball.
Yeah, you see them from the 60s and 70s when we was all little kids. We sit here and we pull the ball thing and it pops the ball up around, and when it lands on it, you know, you add your score up, and then it tells you about the weather up here. I mean, so.
And they sent it mainly because it has weather on it.
Yeah.
For Danny. He got 500
points. I got 500 points right off the bat. Oh, another 1,000. See?
Well, you got to show them so they can see.
I'm liable to turn it over, though.
And then once you had your turn, it's supposed to be on the tabletop because instead of holding it up.
I know.
And then
Lucky tonight.
do you?
Did I get a song about that?
I feel lucky.
Yeah, I feel lucky. Yeah.
Okay, and she sent me this rabbit. She said she was decorating her tree, and so she sent me a rabbit.
It looks like one of our Tamuk rabbits.
Yes. So we don't want to break that.
No, don't break it. We got to add it over there too.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Now, here, hold this.
Look, Melissa, she's on here.
Okay, that's Miss Nanny.
Miss Nanny sent me something here I ain't never had. Don't know what it. I didn't even know it existed.
Okay.
Which that's a lot of things for me. But
this is from Nanny Joyce, which is Miss Slippy's mother-in-law. This is Mr. Buddy's mama. And she sent me this. It is.
Look at that.
It's a Santa hat with this on it. Then you come down and she's got the flowers in the top, and it's got a thing that hangs over. Where'd I go? This way.
There you go.
Hangs over a door, so it's like a door wreath. And so it's going to the cabin, but I wanted to show y'all how inventive Nanny Joyce gets.
She makes some pretty stuff.
She sent us quite a few things throughout the last few years.
And we got 4 flavors of Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Right here. Oh, turn around this way.
Tennessee whiskey. Yeah.
No, actually, guys, look, this is let me get it where you can read it. Butcher Shop Bacon Lover Seasonings.
Yes, I think it's like salts and seasonings.
Yeah, salts and seasonings and stuff. Because I'm sitting here looking at it, all the top of it.
Each one of them's different.
Each one of them. It tells you on it. One of them's maple bacon, bacon chili, bacon flavored salt, bacon flavored Himalayan salt.
Oh, we add this to stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know that's what I'm talking about.
Adding bacon flavored salt to your beans.
Make you slap your grandma. Of course, my grandma would slap you back, but
maple bacon flavored sugar. Oh my goodness! I can put that on a piece of toast.
Oh.
Sprinkle it over some toast.
Give me this. Nanny. You ain't having this one.
Now where'd the
You get all the other ones. You ain't gonna have that one.
You gonna keep You gonna cook breakfast? You gonna have to.
I got it. I cook breakfast. No. This one I did not know existed, and I am really excited about this one.
Because it's going on the tree.
This one's gonna go over there at the cabin. But check this out. I gotta get this up here where you can see it. LED nostalgic. Look at that icon light set. It's little red Farmall tractors.
Yeah, Miss Nanny finds all kinds of stuff.
People find this stuff.
They get to shop more than we do.
That is not my fault that we're poor.
Go to town. It ain't poor. It's because we don't go to town.
We're poor.
Now this one, Sarah sent from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're going to do a taste test. I told y'all we'd do a taste test. We're going to do a taste test.
Look at this.
New Hampshire maple syrup.
It's the one place I've never been. I've been to New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts. I've been all up in that place up in there. But
and
look at this.
Honey. From New Hampshire. So I still have some of the New York maple syrup. Yep. I don't have a lot.
She don't have a lot. That woman's gobbled down that New York syrup. She was going to do a taste test, and she told me, she said,
they lucky I still.
She said, they lucky I got it when I did, because I'm almost out. And I said, Wanda, you don't eat that whole pint of syrup?
Almost.
And she goes, well, I can't help it.
Yeah. It's good.
When it's good, it's good.
Well, it's your fault. You made me pancakes.
I do. I make her pancakes in the morning.
I had several days of pancakes, so that goes away in a hurry.
Yep.
All right. I got to try this just because.
Look, don't do this on public. You're going to show our ignorance here. We've already shown enough. My daddy used to tell me all the time, said, son, it's better to keep your mouth shut and appear ignorant than to open it and remove all doubt.
Well, we already removed all doubt.
I know it. That's
what it was.
I'm pretty sure
I'll take all these cards and put on it and hang it at the cabin. I thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much for being more wise than we are.
The other thing is, right quick, let me show y'all. I did do the freesteading.
Wait a minute now. What you doing here?
I got to get to where I can get to these two.
Okay, don't click us off.
I'm not. All right, the freesteading.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Christmas for the kids. We've already chosen our winner, and over on Freesteading, we announced the two. We took two winners. We said one, but we took two.
You took 2 winners on Freesteading, guys. I couldn't help it.
We just had to.
Yeah, one of them we didn't have a choice. We had to.
We
just had to.
She kind of stacked the deck.
I think the deck was stacked. Yeah. Sometimes when you enter a contest and you stack the deck.
Well, both of them kind of.
But I mean, look at this.
Now this one had carrots down at the end.
When you look at the little stick man, which is probably me because I'm poor, the carrots is growing down there by my one leg. I guess I'll peg legged in that one.
Supposed to be a scarecrow.
I know, but it's.
Be a scarecrow out in the field.
We love this one.
Going over his head.
Going over his head. We love it because I see the big old barn or red.
And the horse.
In the barn and stuff like that. We saw the carrots, and the carrots just.
That was
the deep thing that sealed the deal for us. Out of all the entries that we got,
this is Julianne.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Julianne.
Julianne is from Kentucky, and I've already talked to her mom, and so we will get the pictures in the next day or two, and probably by Monday maybe, and we will put them in the cabin.
Yeah.
Now the other one, this is the one that's.
This is when you know when you're smart.
This is a smart kid. This is Lily.
Yeah.
So I've got her address. I just don't have her mom's email.
You cut the picture off.
Did I cut part of it off?
Yeah.
Well, where did it go?
You cut the bottom part of the picture off.
I gotta get it.
You can't move it now.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Now you see there why the decks was stacked in our favor, y'all? We had no choice. We had to choose this one. I mean, Spags couldn't choose it.
Life Done Free
couldn't choose it. We had to choose this one because it's the one.
It's Danny and Wanda.
Look, and I'm going to tell you something. You know what the dead giveaway on this one was? The red plaid shirt. I've got it on tonight.
Well, see, I didn't even think nothing of it. It didn't even cross my mind. And I was looking at it, and I thought, okay, cute people. And it didn't even dawn on me that was supposed to be us.
That's us. I recognize the red plaid shirt.
So we know she stacked. Now, we may be guessing, but that could be anybody, but it's not. It's us, right?
Us. It's us.
So, Lily, if your mom is paying attention, I need her email.
Yeah, we need y'all.
Email me. I'll get the picture, and it probably has the information, but I don't have it yet. So, y'all, the kids did great.
They did a great job. We had all.
Spags picked 2 after we picked 2.
Yep.
Life Done Free picked 2. So instead of 3 winners, we have 6.
We have 6 winners, and we felt like with all the entries we got, we just felt like we needed to choose more than just 3.
So we thought it was pretty cool.
And everybody, the winners will receive, different gifts from each one of us.
We sent out to the one I've already talked to, Julianne. She got a $50 gift certificate to Walmart, and she was already picking out art supplies yesterday.
Ain't that? Yep.
And so now I will send Lily hers, and they will get Freesteading stuff. And y'all, if y'all hadn't already,
yeah, but you got to. This is what's great about being on Freesteading is we have all these things going on over there. It's not like YouTube, it is like YouTube in a little ways, but it's better than Facebook, a lot better than Twitter and all these other wacko things that's out there. Over here, you can ask questions. I mean, you can chat one-on-one with people. You can find people in your own state. I mean, there's just so many things over there that you can do. It's just fun things,
Yeah, and we're gonna do an adult something shortly. We're working on the details.
Yes.
Because all the adults got really upset with us for not doing an adult something.
Elder Midwife, Jennifer Brown says, Elder Midwife sent you the card holder.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, there was no names with it. We didn't know. And plus they told, one of them said you got to open the card up and let the front of it hang over it. So
I didn't do it right.
See, I told you, we don't know nothing, man.
The things we learn on YouTube.
That's why I tell y'all are as much of a blessing to us as we are to you.
All right, now let me try this again. Well, Or it slides.
What are we doing to prepare our chickens and other animals for the cold?
It'll be in the video.
It'll be in the video, Ms. Wanda said. So
now,
she would slap me under the table if I told you.
Well, someone might need to know, I guess, ahead of time. Because the video comes, well, no, it comes out Monday. Before the really cold. So y'all can see what we did.
Well, it depends on what part of the country you're in, because it's already cold in some parts of the country.
Y'all head over to Freesteading and help us reach 20,000 before the first of the year. We're well over halfway there, and we would love to hit 20,000 before the end of before January 1st.
I'd like to hit 20,000 before January the 1st.
That would be awesome.
It would be great, yeah. Hey, Prep for Eternity, pray that y'all can stay warm up there where y'all at.
What I really like about Freesteading is that I bounced in there today. People are helping each other.
Yes, that's what we like about it.
They're not waiting on me to give them an answer when they post, and I know they do this on Facebook and everywhere else, but they tend to get a lot of arguments. Over here, they're not arguing yet.
Yeah, not yet, anyway.
They're talking, and if they disagree, they agree to disagree. They don't just show out yet. I'm going to say yet because I know there's always going to be that one that's going to start something.
Yes, Freesteading now has an app. You can go get your app. In
your local app store.
Your local app store.
Go get it.
Wherever that. Or go to your Play Store, huh? Wouldn't it be Google Play Store? You probably got it?
Yeah, Google App Store, whatever. They do have it for the iPhone and for the Android.
Do our cows have any sort of winter coat? Well, Miss Wanda's fallen behind this year. She hasn't knitted their coats for them yet. So they'll probably be all right, though.
Yes.
They got a barn to get under. No, they've got a good, heavy, thick winter coat on. They're doing good.
As Arizona, yes, you can. Anybody all over the world can join Freesteading.
Yes,
and it does have states, but it also has international.
Yeah.
And so as soon as like in the international, you would put what country you're from. And I don't know if they've got it broken up into countries yet, or if they're going to, but they will eventually have it all. It's a work in progress, but they're getting there. But it does have the international. And we've got people from all over the world there now.
John Foreman says, I found out recently that people from the states no one wants, without calling any names, are moving to my state in droves. So you evidently live in Missouri, Tennessee. I think I would be correct probably about one of those two, yeah.
So somebody's asking on Freesteading, you go to the state discussions. When you get to state discussions, you should see subgroups 50. That means there's 50 states, and then you click on that and you go find your state. And when you get in your state, you join your state and you sit and look through. You can post, you can talk to people, you can find out where they're from in your state, and eventually there will be where you can barter back and forth among each other. It won't go through Freesteading. You'll be on a platform that you can talk to, say, hey, I got a chicken, do you want a cow? Whatever.
Okay. During all that, there was a lot of things that went by. So I gotta back up here just a little bit.
Artic Blast, yes.
Yep, Artic Blast is coming to Texas. It's coming to all the deep south. It's going to go all the way to South Florida. Can I use green garlic stalks, or it is affect garlic bulb next year? Do not cut your green garlic stalks off unless they're going to seed, because garlics are just like onions. Every leaf that's on them is a layer to the bulb below.
I saw somebody from Bassville, Mississippi.
Are you going to hitch your cows to the Farmall tractor so you can be a Santa? Hey, that's an idea.
We need to take some pictures with
We need to take some pictures with the Farmall tractors. We sure do. Can I blame us for moving to a more freedom-loving state? I don't blame you whatsoever. I don't blame you whatsoever.
They moved from a state that probably wasn't near as free as the state they're in.
Yeah. Well,
will potatoes be able to tolerate 40-degree weather, and what about a cherry tree?
Potatoes are fine in 40-degree weather. They ain't a problem. What do you think about registering What, Terry? No. What do you think about registering your garden? No. No. No.
Danny he has been in the USDA
I've been in the USDA department since early 80s. And there are some things that the government does that plays no part in the USDA because a certain man by the name of Pinocchio Joe decides he wants to do something and signs something into order. And to be honest with you, when I called my contacts in the United States Department of Agriculture about the garden situation, they didn't even know it existed. I'm going to be honest with you.
Our local person had no clue.
Had no clue it even existed.
And then when we got a notice from them this time, it has opened to any gardens.
Yeah, now they've changed it.
It was not any gardens up until a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago, they changed it from suburban gardens only to any gardens out there. So don't let that fool you. The wording on it has been changed.
Yeah, so now it could be any garden, but you have, when you're signing your garden up, what you're doing is you're saying you're going to help people in the community by giving them food, and you're supposed to teach classes and all this kind of stuff. If you read the print of what it asked when you sign your garden up, you got to be doing this, 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 and this, or one of them at least.
Ted, your carrots will not survive this coming cold snap. We're going to cover ours as good as we can. You need to cover them. Now, they're okay down to 32, but when you start getting into the teens and 20s, it's bad on carrots.
Says Danny looks well rested, maybe because he has less time to work on the farm because of the cold weather. No, we worked our butt off. We slept a while ago before the live stream.
And sometimes I wonder what Miss Wanda just feeds me before a live stream. I'll just be honest to you. I mean, these pecans she made me here, she says, "Here, dearie, come get you some of these little pecans," you know, and I'm like, "Oh, Wanda, please bring me a pecan." And when I eat them, I was like, you ever hear the story about Santa Claus? He put a little reindeer dust on stuff, and he put a little bit. I think Miss Wanda puts a little reindeer dust on my pecans.
All right, somebody asked about the cherry tree. Will it take 40 degrees? According to how big it is, I guess.
The cherry will take 40, but I wouldn't let it go way below freezing.
All right, my crooked little homestead said, what is the best fertilizer this time of year for the pineapple plant?
I don't fertilize mine in the wintertime. I just let them grow.
All right, somebody says, should they fill out the USDA agriculture census?
Yes, NK Walk, you need to fill it out because literally it is a federal offense. Because I was talking to the guy on the inside USDA about it. Because I was just joking with him. I told him, I don't think I'm going to fill mine out. He says, oh, you better, because when you do your taxes this year, they will compare it against your taxes.
And you can leave things blank.
Yeah, you can leave a lot of it blank. If it doesn't pertain to you.
A lot of it probably does not. But if you're putting stuff on your taxes saying, I have so much gardening and da-da-da, and I lost this much gardening, and you're filing it on your taxes, put it on that report because they'll compare them.
They're going to
compare everything.
Yeah, AI compares it all now.
You have to be kind of honest. If you claim you've got 50 animals and you only have 3, they'll compare it, you know.
Does she really sound like that? Let me tell you. No, I better not. I better not, because Miss Wanda would probably slap me under the table.
Bill Hunt said if I cooked it, he would eat it too. I must be pretty evil. I must be good. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where are we at?
Sammy says, Wanda, you're a good person inside and out. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody says, oops, I threw my census away. All you got to do is go online.
Just go online. There ain't nothing in it to fill out on the paper anyway. But you, now wait a minute. They did send us one.
For copy.
They sent us a paper copy to fill out too, but we already done it online anyway.
Yeah,
If I didn't do it, they'd hunt me down. You know, so I mean, I have to do it. Will a loquat tree survive the cold spell? Monkey Food Garden, we got our loquat tree and we put it in the garden. I mean, in the barn. But now we have them outside and we don't have no way of covering them. I mean,
we got some in pots and some not. So the ones outside, it's just...
If you could cover them, I would.
Can you start a persimmon tree from a seed?
In the fruit. If it's a wild one, yes, but you will regret it. Because they multiply like mosquitoes.
No, they're good.
And you can't dig them up once they get going.
All right. So let me think.
Donnie said they added brown leaves under the ground cover today. They're getting ready.
Yes.
Over.
So y'all get ready for this cold before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
Some of y'all already getting some snow.
Yeah, some of y'all already getting this bad stuff, but you ain't getting the real bad stuff till this weekend.
All right. Somebody said they readied 15 pounds of bacon with the salt and brown sugar for the first time.
Oh, let me tell you something.
It is good. That is
tough cuff. We ate some this morning and last night.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I
did the greens. We're giving our video away for next week. I'm gonna tell you, we about told y'all everything.
What is it? Barney Fife says,
nip it
in the bud. Okay.
No,
we did actually.
Greens for lunch were in the bacon grease. And then I did the sweet potato cornbread.
I'm telling you guys.
If y'all never if you've never tried it, you got to do the sweet potato cornbread. I have a recipe. I don't remember if it's on Crazy Days.
Paula, yes, I've thought more about the video. I just got to get back with my sources to make it happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember where I put I think it's on Deep South. It's sweet potato cornbread. Made some of that. We harvested a few of them little scrawny leaves of some kale and, what was that? Mustard greens?
Tender greens and kale.
Yeah. Y'all in that bacon grease. And then on that sweet potato cornbread.
That's what's wrong with me.
That's why we sleepy.
That's why, man alive. I'm going to tell you what, that bacon, I mean, I know I used the same recipe that I did the first time, but man, it just seems...
It's because it's fresh and we've been out for about a month and a half.
We've been without bacon for a long time. Did you put the frisky dust on those pecans, Miss Wanda?
I put some butter and toasted them, and then I
Was it that homemade butter or was it the other butter?
I can't remember. It might have been the homemade butter.
I think it was probably that homemade butter. It's got that homemade butter taste.
I put, what's the salt? The mineral.
See that? Y'all hear that? She said, I put that stuff, the salt. No, it wasn't salt. It's that dust I was telling you about. See? She's admitting it on air.
It was Redmond mineral salt.
Mineral salt now. Okay.
Next time I'm going to put voodoo dust on it.
She'll have a little doll with a plaid shirt on it sitting over there picking a pin in it.
I'm going to put voodoo dust on it.
Oh, Lord.
When you bite into it,
I'll be a dragon breathing.
I'm going to be running out the door.
You'll be running out? Okay.
And you're going after Miss Lippy, not me.
Oh, man.
Oh,
look at that. The Swafford Homestead says they're making deer venison sausage this weekend.
We're going to make
not deer, but we're going to make some sausage in the near future.
Yeah, not this week.
Not this week.
It's just full.
This week's full.
And probably the next week, but we've got to make cranberry sauce and can it.
Yes, and we went today to a friend's house and we harvested some of his satsumas to squeeze out for our orange juice side of our cranberry sauce that we make homemade. So everything will be fresh.
Yeah, well, we didn't grow the cranberries. Now, I bought them at Walmart. I'm sorry. Some things you just have to buy if you don't make.
Do y'all have a video recipe for wild hog sausage? No, I've made a lot of wild hog sausage, but I don't know if our video is called wild hog sausage. I mean...
No,
it's basically the same as any other video, but we do have videos on making sausage from hogs.
Allison said you have no idea what she could be putting in your sweet potatoes.
I have wondered for a long time.
Oh. Let's see.
Now we know what it means. Bill says, now we know what it means by dusting. Yes.
Dusting.
Do we make jerky? My family gets it for Christmas. I used to make jerky all the time, and I just don't have a lot of time to do it like I used to. Because you got to pretty much stay with jerky.
I guess since you're eating pecans, I can eat some orange pecans. See, these are orange flavored. They got, I guess, like a sugary glaze on them that has an orange-like taste to them. It's pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you like Ronald Reagan used to say. Well, Nancy and I would like to say we don't like pecans.
Well, we ain't Nancy and Ronald.
I know. We both love pecans, though. Okay. Oh, Allison found our Deep South Homestead grown pork sausage for us. There you go. Now, we've actually made jalapeno pork sausage. I don't know if we made a video on that or not, but we made that one for family members.
I can't remember.
We made it out of deer.
I can't remember.
But
we're going to make some pineapple, because I'm saving some pineapple, y'all. We've got a recipe to make pineapple sausage, and I've got some Deep South pineapple stuck in the freezer because we hadn't been eating it. I've just been saving it. I want pineapple sausage.
Yes. Okay.
Now, what else we got going on?
I don't know what we got going on. I don't know.
All right, we'll have a bacon video coming.
We got a bacon video.
It'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday of next week.
I mean, if you're on Patreon, you probably already know about the bacon.
Yeah, because I kind of tease Patreon a lot.
Miss Wanda teases our patrons so bad. Sometimes I tell her, I say, Miss Wanda, you ought not do that.
No, you didn't.
I tell her, I said, say that in front of these people. I mean, I'm like, everybody says I love the Ronald Reagan impersonation. Actually, me and Ronnie were good friends. I have to admit that. Yeah.
Y'all were close to the same age.
We were close.
No.
Him and Nancy. Now, Nancy was a stargazer. Nancy liked to read astrology and stuff like that. Now, Ronnie wasn't too much into that kind of stuff, but Nancy was.
Oh, my goodness. I don't make pineapple jam.
Our pineapples will make you jam.
Yeah. Our pineapples were delicious. I'm going to tell y'all. Hope you get your jalapeno sausage. Well, I've got jalapenos that we can make sausage. We've got the Full-Ju jalapenos, which give you that taste, but not the
You don't get no heat, but you get the taste.
So we might do a little bit of that. I don't know. According to how energetic we get and how much time.
Jeannie King says, will you be heating the high tunnels with the cold weather? We usually don't. We lock them down. Like, we've already locked ours down. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, and it'll get so hot in there that if we can heat the ground really, really deep and heat all the pots and heat everything in there, usually we spray a lot of water in there and everything, and we create a mist and stuff in the air, and usually it makes it, but now it might not. Ronnie loved them jelly beans. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Miss Gail says, Mr. Danny, thou shalt not lie.
And you know, I didn't lie. The jelly bean factory was actually what upset Ronnie was they moved the jelly bean factory from the United States to Canada. And you know why? Because of the price of sugar, he said.
You know these facts.
Because I know Ronnie.
You could go on some stupid game show and win because he's stupid sticker in your head.
I can't help it. My brain is a computer.
Knows why. I can't believe you even know why a jelly bean factory moved from.
It's the brain. I can't.
That just kills me.
You want to Google it right quick?
I'm sure they're all Googling it right now. If it's not true, they'll tell you. Oh, some days I wonder if he makes this stuff up.
No.
Oh. Teary-eyed now. I done laughed so hard.
I mean,
that was funny.
It's the truth.
About jelly bean factory.
Well, Ronnie told me. Lord, I mean,
Oh,
everybody sees me in overalls and they think I'm some dumb country boy. You know, you got to realize that 99% of my life I did not wear overalls. I wore a suit and I was a very influential person.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, how are the rabbits? I talked to them today. They're really doing good.
Just.
The only thing is the two males. I got to get rid of one of the males, but other than that, they're doing really, really good. They love it when I take them the cabbage leaves or the broccoli leaves and stuff like that.
Tad Brown wants to know, is there any property for sale up our way? The land on, what's that, not old 26.
How much you were looking for?
Didn't all Ridge Road sell, though?
There's some on Ridge Road and Old Highway 26. There's 80 acres for, I think you could probably get it for about $200,000. It all depends on, but there's no house on it, nothing like that. It's just all timber. I know that because I went and looked at it.
Yeah, we went and looked at it. Who cares if y'all eat? Eat what you want to. We're still free for now anyway. Thank you.
T said that. Rabbit stew. Well, we thought about that, Lou. We did think about that.
Yeah. Well, he promised y'all a squirrel video, and he hadn't done it yet.
I'm waiting for it to freeze. We ain't had no freeze here yet.
Not in a long time. Danny, do you miss your hair and the longer beard?
Yes.
No.
Miss Wanda don't, but I do. Because I go outside and I get cold. And
it's too hot.
And my teeth go to chattering. And I come home and I'm shaking. Yeah, I miss it.
Let's see.
Marlene says, I know how to. Oh, Ted says he's looking for 10 to 20 acres. I'll tell you what, Ted. I will have to look around. You need to get off of that Gulf Coast because I'm going to tell you, the water's going to be coming in here for long. And you need to get off of that Gulf Coast.
Google.
Danny, is the book of Enoch to be believed? Yes, it's to be believed. Don't worry about what people say about that, Vicky. It is to be believed.
Well,
it's actually mentioned in the Bible.
No, I ain't going there. Yeah, just Google the area here, Stone County, and land for sale. There's probably some. Danny was just Googling lots of land.
I'm kind of like Tag. I look for all the land that's for sale around me. And in case somebody wants to know where there's land, I want to know the people. I want to be able to bring in good people. Ted, I could have got you a house in 8 acres about a month ago, right next door to me for less for 180-something thousand, but I could have got it for you probably for 165, something like that. But it done sold.
Thank you for recommending the book Nutritional Healing. It's awesome. Yes, that is like my go-to book for 20 years. Anytime anybody has anything, I go look and see what we need to be doing. Any helps.
Randy says, I can't see Danny in a suit. Well,
he has been many times.
I have been in a suit many, many times.
Will the chill come and kill the brassica garden here in Panhandle of Florida?
It is. It's possible. I want to see Danny's fat pics laugh out loud. Hard to believe. Ask her.
He was.
I wasn't fat. I was just beefy. I was big and beefy and everything. Yeah.
I have to get some out. Most of the pictures I've used, like with him doing the cane and stuff, he wasn't that big.
Not then.
It was after he got into his 40s.
Yeah.
That's when he put on the weight, in his 40s.
Patty says, is Amanda still living next to y'all? Yes, doing very well, I guess. I mean, they got a lot of gardening stuff going on over there.
Are you both ready to eat bugs?
I already eat bugs. I mean,
no, I'm not eating bugs. I eat chocolate sometimes.
You eat a lot of chocolate, and if you eat chocolate, go online and Google the FDA and chocolate, and it says there can be X number of bugs in your chocolate.
I probably already eat bugs.
Yes, you eat bugs.
And we drink a cup of hot chocolate off and on.
Do you know why they want us to eat bugs? Because when the Nephilim come out and the reptilians. That's what reptiles eat is bugs. Why do you think they want us to all get used to eating bugs?
All right. If you buy, Milk and Honey says, if you buy my 10 acres and pack my stuff and move the farm, I'll be your neighbor.
Oh.
Oh. They can have 10 acres here if they'd come pack all my stuff and move it somewhere else.
Yeah, if you come pack my stuff.
Danny's got more stuff.
If I ever decide to move from here, me and Wanda talked about that. If we ever decide to move, we're just going to have an estate sale. We're just going to sell everything right here just like it is.
Grab a couple of suits of clothes and
I'll take all my weapons and I'll just go somewhere else.
Okay. Let's see. In the South, we open our mouth and bugs fly in. Oh yeah,
you go
out
in the
South, you've eaten.
If you go out during love bug season, you've eat a bug. Or if you stood up in the back of a pickup truck going down the road and opened your mouth, you've eat a bug.
Somebody wants to know who the author of the nutritional healing book is. I don't know. It's in there.
It's in yonder. We could find out. What is reptilian? What's a reptilian? You will find out soon enough. I promise you. When you look around and you see creatures that don't look like... I'll tell you what. Go back to Egypt and look at all the ancient artifacts and all the hieroglyphics, and you look at the faces on the people that they put on, and they got like a lizard face. That race of people is coming back.
Danny reminds me of a question. Do you believe Noah and his family were the only ones left without being a hybrid human? I heard someone say that. I guess weak. What do you think?
I don't believe they were the only ones that weren't hybrid. I believe, is that Donnie that asked that? Okay, yeah. Donnie, I believe they were the only ones left with pure DNA.
Well, I think that's basically what he was saying.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but my way of answering that is, I believe that Noah, not Noah's sons or Noah's wife, but I believe Noah was the only one that had the pure DNA left that had not been tainted.
One of the sons would have to, for the line to come through.
I'm still questionable about that, but
why not?
Because God, through Abraham, did a miraculous. He started over with a miraculous birth at over 100 years old. You know, so, God had to have intervened at that point to create the Hebrew race. So.
It's questionable.
It's questionable, Brother Donnie, about that. But I believe that Noah was the only one that had the pure DNA. I think the others had been tainted.
All right. Nutritional Healing is by Phyllis Bach, Balch. If I heard it, I knew I would know it, but I couldn't remember.
Danny, have you heard of Chuck Youngbrandt prophecy? No, I believe I have. I don't. Guys, I don't watch a lot of video or YouTube or. I just don't. Classic Tutor says, except for your Farmall Cub, right? You wouldn't sell that, would you? No. No. The Farmall Cub goes with me. I don't care where I go.
This is a deal. We start talking about moving for the last 3 or 4 years. Anytime it comes up, we go look at something or we start talking about moving. I go, we'll just walk off with very little. And he's going, well, I got to take this. And I got to take this, and I got to take this. And by the time we get through, he's taking everything we have here. So, yeah, we'd have about 10, 18 wheelers lined up in here, and he'd be packing them all up. He can't walk off with just clothes. I'm telling you, he can't.
Let's see here. Lady Hammer says, what do you know about oxalates? Well, oxalates is what causes kidney stones. They call calcification inside the body. You get them from eating greens, like all your brassica plants and stuff like that. You get it from tea. If you drink too much dark tea, not your other teas, but you can get it from cranberries. I mean, you can get oxalates from a lot of different things. And if you have one of the type bodies that is bad about forming calcium oxalate kidney stones and stuff like that, you can have kidney stones.
All right. So what carrot is your favorite carrot to grow?
The Kuroda carrot from Hawaii.
Danny, could you do a Bible teaching sometime by an old wood stove and a school desk in the shop like you did before?
I probably could.
Yeah.
I can get my shop cleaned up because it looks bad right now.
Yeah. Let's see. It's not about religion. It's about a relation with Jesus Christ. That is it. That's all it's about.
Donald Kramer says, Danny, if we all came from Adam and Eve, how is it there are so many blood types? I could explain that, but I don't have time on here to explain it because it goes very, very deep.
Let's see, Danny, keep the show just the way it is. You touch all the bases. God bless you and Miss Wanda. That is Pastor Scott. I can't read the Wynock. WHYNOCK.
I don't even know where you're at, but
down here.
Oh, you always read at the bottom. I'm up at the top.
I don't. I glance. Thank you, Pastor Scott.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Scott.
Just have all the subscribers ride by and take one pickup load each to your new home.
No, Camper Jack, no, because then they would know where I live.
What is your opinion on the river drying up in the east?
Well, actually, there's not just the river drying up in the east. The rivers are drying up all over the face of the whole earth. It's not just the east. I mean, all of them are drying up. It's prophetic. But it's not prophetic because all the rivers have dried up in the past before. When we go into these grand solar minimums, lots of times the rivers dry up for many years. But now I do believe that this time it could be prophetic.
Yeah. Miss Verna says that will have to be a big grave with Danny and his cub.
It would. It would, because it would have to go.
I would be selling the cub.
Ms. Wanda's already told me she'd sell the cub.
It ain't going under 15,000, and it's going up every time he buys a part. So y'all would be paying a lot for that cub.
I done put more money into that cub than what I probably should have.
Yeah, he'll never get his money back. He just has to use it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I would be very interested in hearing about the RH negative bloodlines. Where is all the water going?
Actually, many places under the face of the earth is like a honeycomb, especially when you get up to places like New York and New Jersey and all those kind of places up there. Underneath them, the earth is like a giant honeycomb. And lots of these places, they fracking and drilling oil, and the water just goes back in to fill up those empty caverns.
All right, Andy says he's also looking for some land in Deep South. Look up a map, look up the counties you would be wanting to live in, and go to somewhere like...
If you're looking for it in South Mississippi, you can call my daughter, Jennifer Johnson, from Cameron Bell Properties. And she could turn you on to any kind of property that you're probably looking for.
Yeah, Jennifer could help you. But that's Cameron Bell Properties on the Gulf Coast. What, Gulfport?
And Gulfport, yeah.
DAO Democracy said, thank y'all. I enjoy your content. Thank you.
Have we heard of colloidal silver? John, yes. We have videos on colloidal silver. I have a video making a colloidal silver homemade machine using 12-volt batteries and stuff like that, or 9-volt batteries, I'm sorry.
No, we made it with the...
I'm sorry, we used a plug-in...
What is it called?
Converter. We used a converter, was it 26 or 27 volts or something like that converter. I did a video on it because Ms. Wanda makes her own colloidal silver. We have like 99.9% pure silver rods that Wanda makes her own colloidal silver from.
I've been making it since the 90s, the early 90s.
Yeah.
My kids were raised, anytime they got sick, they go get the silver. I've always used it. And I had a machine that was converted. You used 3 9-volt batteries, the machine that I saw originally. Yeah. And so we found something that converted it, the 110 to the same frequency, and it works just fine.
I will tell y'all something about land. Land has already dropped 20% nationwide, and by May of this coming year, is projected to drop another 20%. So it all depends on whether you're willing to wait or take the gamble that you're going to be able to buy land, that you're still going to have money, or you want to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Let's see. There are a lot of properties available in central Georgia. Okay. Danny's daughter's email. Oh, yeah. Okay. Allison's putting up Jennifer's email, so that would help anybody that's looking for land in this area. Y'all will give Jennifer a shout out because she is Danny's daughter.
Yeah.
How do you use colloidal silver? You can put it in water, you can put it in juice, or you can just swallow it.
Yeah.
Usually, I think most people take like a quarter of a teaspoon to a teaspoon. It's up to whatever is going on in your body. With me, I would take about a teaspoon, put it in my mouth if I had a sore throat or coughing or congested, and I would just hold it in my mouth for a few minutes and then swallow it.
Yeah.
That way it kills all the germs in your mouth, and as it trickles down your throat, it's killing germs and stuff.
And it kills the bad bacteria, not the good bacteria.
Yeah. It works.
And there's reasons for that. Most people don't realize that in the ancient times, all the kings of the world ate off of silver platters. They drank from silver cups, and there's a reason. Anything that comes in contact with silver kills any bacteria. So they knew that the food they was eating off those silver plates was killing the bacteria in the water that they drank. It was killing the bacteria. My dad told me when he was a kid, they put a silver dollar over into the water bucket on the porch to kill any bacteria in the water. So
silver's been used since the beginning of time.
Yes.
As a bacteria killer.
Yes.
Now, don't quote me. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube.
Right.
That's what I use. That's how I used it. And we used it for any type of illness, whatever it was.
Does it help toothaches?
About the main thing is clove oil.
Clove oil is what we use for toothaches. Yeah.
And for my own purposes, we keep clove oil.
Or the toothache plant.
Yes, and that's why somebody sent me the toothache plant. If you don't have that plant, then see if you have cloves. I mean, like the kind that you make pickles with. You can go get it and bite down on it, and it's going to put that sensation in your mouth.
Yeah.
Put it where you need it because it'll numb the tongue and everything else.
Thomas says, have we heard of or do we use fire cider? Yes, Miss Wanda keeps it in the cabinet in there. We have fire cider.
Yes. Do you have... does anyone have suggestions for yeast in dogs?
I had heard something about that, but I will not re-quote it because I'm not 100% sure.
Now, somebody said they've only used silver topically. Okay, this is a deal. You better pay attention to your silver.
Yeah, I agree.
I used to go and buy silver at colloidal silver at a health food store. And that was before I knew too much about it. And I went in there, and it was only like 5% or 5 parts per million, 10 parts per million, something like that. And you would pay $30, $40 for this little 4 to 6, 8 ounce cup jar of it. When I finally started studying herbs and studying healing naturally and everything, the lady I took lessons from, she had, I forgot how many parts per million hers was, but it was way on up there, like 100, 200 parts per million. And she took it religiously every day for a year just to see if she turned blue, because a lot of people say, oh, you're going to turn blue if you take it. The guy that took that made his the wrong way. He took it and drank like a pint of it.
He drank too much.
It was crazy what he drank. And it was way too much. Taken in normal doses, you will not turn blue. Just saying. And you don't need it every day. We only used it when we were sick.
Yeah.
But the lady I took lessons from, she tried it just to prove a point. That if you took it normally, like a teaspoon or less a day, you're not going to turn blue.
Farmer Bill's Garden. Quick question. What yellow squash did you grow from Hoss Tools?
Gold Prize.
Gold Prize. And
that is one of the best.
That thing bore more squash than we knew how to eat. Now, we're talking about zucchinis. Now, zucchinis, the Cozozel zucchini squash will be our only zucchini to plant from now on, I believe.
All right. I was not able to plant the mustards and turnips this fall. When would be a good time in Pensacola? We planted ours and they ain't doing
I
much.
think the freeze is probably gonna kill them. It's coming.
Yeah.
Because they're too little. It's
Ours is all, most of them are about this tall, but I did find some about this tall, and we had for lunch. It was really good.
Robin Silvers put up, I fed my dog yogurt for the yeast problems. That's what I was thinking was yogurt, but I'm not a vet. I have heard of it, but I did not want to know. I did not want to say that because I'm not 100% sure.
The shelf life of the silver, the colloidal silver,
it's
you have to put it in dark jars.
Like a dark brown colored.
Or blue.
Or blue or something like that, yeah.
When I made it, I saved the beer bottles that were brown or blue. I didn't drink it, but I would tell people if they did, bring me your bottles. And that's what I put mine in, the blue or brown bottles. And you can cap them with cork, but just don't put metal on it. You don't want to put a metal cap on top of it.
John says, can you can squash? Yep, we got quarts and quarts and quarts of it can, but let me tell you, when you take it out of the jar, you got to drain it and squeeze it if you plan on using it in something, or it will be watery.
Some ABC said they had a bottle that they haven't used. I don't think it goes bad.
It's not going to
lose its potency.
You may have to shake it up a little bit, and it may lose some of its potency. Yeah.
You have to keep it out of the light.
Yeah.
I always kept mine in a cabinet, even though it was in containers that were dark. I always kept mine out of the light. Light destroys the way the water holds it. Light will cause it to fall to the bottom. Do you often do maintenance on your Lexapure carbon filters?
Every so often. VTech, every so often we take them out and wash them because the outsides of them will get a little slimy. And you have to realize if you let them dry out, you got to wait another 24 hours for them to rehydrate before you use them again. So make sure you don't put no soap on them or nothing like that. I just run just plain water under the water faucet. And I scrub them off real good, and I put them back in.
Colloidal silver was used in camera film, and light ruins it for sure.
Yes.
If you look into the space program, silver is used there a lot. If you look into nursing and the doctors and stuff, if you are a nurse or a doctor, you know silver is in a lot of the ointments and different things that they have. I think they even weave it into some of the gloves and
it's been woven into masks and gloves, anything like that.
All kinds of things. If you really pay attention, when I started really looking, silver is in a lot of stuff. A lot. How long do you
expect before Gulf Coast gets covered in water and Pensacola would like to be able to move away from the coast north perhaps a bit? Thanks. Aaron, the information that I've got says it could be anywhere from January of this year to January of 2024. It depends on the ice shelves in the Antarctica and how it's... Yeah, I mean, I can't go into detail here because what I say would get me in trouble on YouTube. So...
just keep an eye on Antarctic ice blocks.
When the water comes in, my informational source says when the water comes in, it will come in within a 24-hour period.
You'll start noticing water under your feet.
Yeah, if you start seeing holes in the yard filling up with water on a dry day or something like that, you know you probably need to start doing something. Yeah. They keep being a question, wanting to know about Rh negative blood. There again is one of those things I cannot go into on here because it would be like talking about medical advice and stuff, and that's not permitted.
John says, I'm getting ready to start building a large cabin on my property. Where should I start? With the foundation.
With a good foundation. Well, John, let me put it to you this way.
Mean, but
no. Location.
Yeah.
Location is everything. I mean, you want to make sure you've got shade as much as you can in the morning, shade in the middle of the day, shade in the evening, because that cuts down on the ability to cool it. And you want to make sure the shade is deciduous trees so that in the wintertime the leaves all fall off and the heat from the sun can warm you up in the wintertime. You don't want to be around a bunch of evergreens and up under them, because in the wintertime it won't warm up. It makes it harder to heat. You want to be close to a water source. I mean, there's just lots of things you want to take into consideration. Your prevailing winds, if you live in a hurricane zone, just different things like that. And you want to look at the position, which way you have it facing. Don't face it north, and don't face it due east. Face it kind of southeast if you can. Now, I'm not saying that you have to, but southeast is the best way to face a cabin or a home.
Somebody's asking how Kenny's doing, and they're putting up prayer requests too.
No, Kenny's doing okay.
He's
He's
not as rambunctious as he was. He's calming down.
He's calmed down. He's eating a lot of feed now, so which means he's going to grow off really fast, I believe.
Okay, so we've got a lot of. If somebody asked for their mom that fell, somebody went for a PET scan. I'm probably missing a whole bunch. I'm just trying my cousin. Can't. It's hard to read some of them because there's other things in between. But anyway, so y'all just pray for everybody in all over for this cold spell. Might as well just say, and learn to keep warm and stuff.
ABC XYZ said her friend's husband passed away last night. That's always a tough one to deal with there. Been there. I know what that's like.
Let's see. Abama Gardner. I do remember her. A neighbor and cousin that have cancer. Healing from
fibromyalgia. I have experienced fibromyalgia myself. I know what you're talking about.
All right. It's something. My glasses. I'm starting to not be able to read. I've read way too much now. It's all the words are running together.
Linda says she's going to Anderson this weekend to check up on her spinal cord tumor.
All right, so guys, let's go ahead and pray and
heart attack,
involuntary muscles movement.
Yeah.
A neighbor.
Okay. I like to try to, I mean, guys, you just keep putting them up. The Lord sees them. There's no way I can remember them all, but the Lord sees them. And, you know, and everybody else on here, you pray for them as much as I pray for them. And the more prayers we can send up. Let me say this before I pray. When the big C hit and they made us all lock down, do you know why they stopped congregations at church from meeting? Because when congregations get together and they collectively pray together, there's power in prayer. So if you can, and the devil knows that, and he hates that because he knows that God will do things. So, and the leaders of the countries of the world know that too. So if they could get God's people dispersed where they were not praying in groups, then they knew that they broke the power down of large groups of prayer going up to heaven simultaneously. So that was part of the agenda behind that. I've never told anybody that, but that was part of it. There's power in numbers, y'all. I'm telling you, there's power in numbers of prayer. That's why I'm telling y'all here tonight. If y'all pray with me, then there's power in numbers. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and pray, and we'll ask the Lord's blessing upon tonight. Father, we do thank you and we appreciate you. We love you. It's been a good night tonight. We've had a lot of fun, joking and carrying around. Lord, it's all right to have fun. There's nothing wrong with it. The scriptures tells us that there's a time to be serious, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry. There's a time to live. There's a time to die. I mean, there's a time for everything, Father. And where wisdom comes in is learning which one is right for which time. And Father, we just want to thank you for the wisdom that you bestow upon each and every one of us now. And Father, we wanted to just pray tonight that you forgive us, Father, where we've failed you and the kingdom of heaven. Because we're not perfect, Father. We're sinful creatures just saved by the grace of God. And Lord, we look up to you for everything in our lives. We give you the honor, the glory, and the praise for everything in our life, both good and bad, because without the bad, we would never look to you. So we thank you for the bad also. And Lord, there's been many requests went up tonight for all sorts of sicknesses here. And most of them I was looking at are pretty serious and can play a big impact on the lives of the people that's involved in them. And Father, because of that, we want to pray for quick healing tonight, Lord. We're going to pray that people's lives can be changed. People can see the healing power of an almighty God. You are the, Father, you are the Ruach HaKodesh. Father, your spirit is what comes down upon each and every one of us, and it is bestowed upon us, Father, and it indwells amongst us and inside us. And Father, it's the only thing you left us here on this earth when you left to comfort us. And I'm praying for the Ruach to literally comfort each and every one of the people here tonight, Lord, who's having physical issues, who's having mental issues, Father. And Father, you know what? We're going into that time of the year when we have to pay these ungodly taxes. And I'm going to pray for people's finances tonight, Lord, that they might have ample finances to be able to pay the government the dues that's rendered to the government. I mean, you've told us to render unto Caesar what's Caesar's. And Father, I just pray that tonight we can do that, Father, that you'll bless us to the point where we'll have all the finances we need to be able to enjoy the holidays and pay our land taxes and stuff, Lord, so that we don't get in trouble and we don't lose what we've worked for. Father, we just look to you for every bit of our substance here upon the face of this earth now. And Father, do go with us through the night. Help us to rest comfortably. There's some serious cold weather coming. And I'm praying, Lord, I wish there was some way that we could avert it, but when you're in this type of pattern toward the end of an age, we know these things they got to happen, Father. And I'm asking that none of us gets cold, goes hungry, or anything like that during these cold spells, Father, that we're all prepared, that everybody's got sleeping bags and extra blankets and extra quilts and socks and long johns and coats and toboggans and you know, all types of things to just keep us warm, Lord. In the event we lose power, we got wood, we got heat, we got gas, we got everything that we need to be able to live through this cold spell and come out on the other side, because what we're being told is that January is not going to be as cold as this cold spell we're having. So, Father, we're praying that that is the honest to goodness truth, and that we don't lose our gardens, we don't lose our trees, we don't lose our plants. These are all things that make us sustainable, and we know that you can look upon those things, Father, and you can help them to not get bit back by the cold. So go with us tonight. Watch over us, guide and direct us, Father, so that we can rise up tomorrow to continue to do your will. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. All right.
Now, do you have a tip?
Oh, what was I talking about a while ago?
How you didn't have a tip?
No, I actually had a tip. What was I talking to you about? I told you,
When
I
you
said,
was a little boy.
What? Oh,
That's the only one I remember.
oh
my goodness.
no, I told you. Oh, what was it? I was gonna write it. I should have wrote it down.
I know.
I had Miss Wanda laughing really, really hard. She goes, Danny, what's your tip for tonight? I said, well, when I was a little boy, my daddy told me, don't pee into the wind, son. And she busted out laughing like crazy. And I told her, I said, no, I said, we got to get serious here now. And I had a tip, and I told her, I said, I need to write this down because it's really, really good.
I don't think you said it out loud.
No, I did say it out loud because we both talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah, we both sit here and talked about it. As a matter of fact, let's see. Well, and it was.
Y'all know we tired.
Yeah, we're so tired.
I'm telling you, we have worked our honeys off harder today than we have in a long time. I mean, not that we don't work every day, but today was like non-stop.
Today was like
project after project after project after project.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we really have to take into consideration, guys, is the cold. Make sure that you have a way to stay warm through this coming week. I mean, laying all jokes aside, because
that was one thing we talked about.
We did talk about that a while ago, because we talked about, we just bought new sleeping bags that's good down to -20, and
it won't get that cold in the house.
No, hopefully in the house it won't get that cold. But we were talking about ways to stay warm. How that there was one year that Wanda and I moved our mattresses into the living room, and we slept in front of the wood heater to keep the fire going all night, and where we wouldn't have to heat the whole house. And we had to leave the water dripping and all that kind of stuff because we're on a well. We got lights on our pump. We got everything covered outside. We have to leave water dripping and stuff. That's just, really, I think that, if I had to say anything to be serious, what we're fixing to face in this next week is probably, it seems like it's, to people up north, it may not be nothing, but technically, my understanding is that up north, y'all are going to get down a lot of places to -40 to -60. And, that's...
Even -20 is cold.
That's pretty serious, I mean, that's pretty serious.
We don't like to even get to 0.
No, we get to 0 occasionally, but not...
Once every few years.
Once every few years. It's not a lot.
We haven't been to 0 in several years. We've been in the teens a few times.
And if you don't have, let me tell you, if you don't have any way to stay warm, if say the power goes out or something like that, and y'all know I've done videos talking about figuring out alternate ways. I know what it was. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't depend on just a heating unit to keep you going during the winter if something like this Artic Blast is coming in, because if the power goes out, you're going to freeze. And if you don't have any power, I mean, guys, if you've got a way to make a tent in the middle of your living room and then pile blankets over the top of it and everything and huddle up on the inside of it, let your body heat, kind of keep you warm. I mean,
and make sure you have alternate ways to cook.
Yes.
Have some things that you don't have to cook in case.
And this can go for lots of things.
Water.
Different ways to purify your water if you don't have any water source during a freeze like that.
A way to keep some water from freezing.
Yes, be able to keep your animals with some water.
And check on animals. Check on animals. Check on animals. I tell you.
Yeah.
A lot of people will lose animals because they don't want to get up really early and go check on them. They'll wait till it warms up about 9 o'clock. Your animals need checking between 6 and 7 because it gets cold really early.
Yeah.
And that's the coldest time. You need to know that they're okay early. Don't wait till it gets warm outside to go see.
Yes, if you have a lot of people that live up north, you have to plug your automobiles in because they have heaters in the block and stuff like this. Make sure you have all that done. And by the way, Hanukkah starts tomorrow at sundown.
I think you said so.
I looked that up a while ago. Hanukkah starts tomorrow at sundown, so might want to. Have you considered going to another platform to talk about the stuff that YouTube would censor? Almost Homestead, when you go to other platforms, it's like putting cattle in corrals. I'm in the background on a lot of these platforms, and all they're doing is herding everybody over to specific platforms so that when they
talk about this,
that talks about specific things, and that way they've got everybody in one area and they know who to go after. So that's why
if YouTube knocks you off, everybody goes to this other platform, so they still know who it is, and we just don't want to go there. I don't have time to deal with another platform.
Yes.
We've shut down Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and we only do Freesteading, and I'm not on there as often as I should be. I get that, but YouTube is it, and Patreon.
Yeah, we do YouTube and Patreon. We closed all the other ones down because of what we know is going on behind the scenes.
And we do what we can do, and that's all. We've gotten to the point that Danny's taught for 6 years. It's just, I mean, how many times you got to talk about what went on in January?
Yeah.
That just gets old.
It just gets old.
You're just repeating what everybody else is saying.
Because that's what people do. They just repeat what everybody else says. Oh, another factory has burned. Another food processing plant is burned. Well, if you know what's going on behind the scenes with these plants, you know why they burn. And I'm not going to go into all the details of that stuff because it doesn't change the fact they burnt.
Now, we can talk about things on Freesteading. That's going to be one of the things. But right now, he can't do videos. His videos are on YouTube. So somebody asked about that. We upload everything to a platform. And right now, the platform is YouTube. Freesteading doesn't have the bandwidth for us to upload yet. That is something in the future. And when they do, but you can upload a video to YouTube and then put the link over on Freesteading.
Yeah.
You're still on YouTube, so YouTube still controls it. Patreon's the same way. I upload to YouTube, and the link goes on Patreon. So unless I find a platform, I mean, there's some out there.
Actually, Patreon is now beginning to pull people down.
Yeah, we heard they're starting to censor.
We got a message today of a particular platform that had been pulled down because they mentioned something about the thing that went on in January.
About a year ago.
In January a year ago.
2 years. Has it been 2 years?
A year or two, I don't know.
I done lost track.
It was 2 years ago. January 2 years ago they were talking about it.
They were fighting over something.
And they pulled them down because of it. So yes.
Yeah, that's so we just don't talk about all that stuff.
We try not to. I mean, because it's not going to benefit anybody. I mean.
All right. We need to go.
Yep.
I got all this.
Probably our wood heater's out of wood in there. We probably going to have to go because it's getting cool in this room.
Yeah, and I got all this stuff to put up and find where it's got to go.
Yeah.
And y'all, I hope to get a couple of videos up this week. We'll do the best we can, and porch time as always. Danny will be out. I don't know if you'll sit on the porch. Will it be too cool tomorrow?
Oh.
He always does porch time.
I usually do porch time on Sundays, but does anyone know if or where Ice Age Farmer is or doing videos? Ice Age was he's over on it's not Rumble. It's
Twitch. Is it Twitch?
I can't remember which one. Christian.
He's on one of them.
Christian's on one of the other platforms. I don't remember which one it is. Be off the top of my head right now because I don't have time to stay on these other platforms.
Somebody said Rumble, but I don't know if it is Rumble or not. All right, guys.
Guys, we got to go. We got to get back in there and get some wood in our wood heater here. So we love you. We appreciate you. Right here first. You went out backwards, baby.
I know.
You got to let me do this. Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, guys.